Yeah, we left Brookings in the family van. 4 kids were 14 to 4 years old. We were packed up to go to Grandma's for Christmas. We left here about 4 o'clock, and it took us about an hour and a half to get to Ivanhoe, and we had to get up to the Minneapolis area. We got stuck outside of Marshall. We tried doing a U-turn a couple of times and stuck. I was real glad that the Marshall radio through the evening said, "We know there are people out there, but we can't get to you." So that was comforting. When we were sitting there for the night, we decided we had to check out what the surroundings were like. My husband and I got out of the car, and we were both mad at each other. I was surprised. We were both mad at each other. And he went to the back and saw we couldn't move, and I went into knee-deep snow and saw we couldn't move. We came back to the car, and we paused for a moment because the 4 kids were sitting holding hands with each other in the back seat, and they were saying the Lord's Prayer together. And I always thought that was just really cute. Okay, we'll stop and pause. And then it was like, well, now we have to go into survival gear. We turned on the car on the hour for about 10 minutes. That didn't keep us warm. That just kept psychologically let us know the car was working. And about 6:30 in the morning, we couldn't see out of any of the windows. Everything was frozen up. But we heard a snowplow, a vehicle, and it was Mr. Winter outside of Marshall plowing off his driveway that we could not see because of all the snow and darkness. Through the night, we could see a couple of safety lights of someone's property, and when we got into Winter's house, they had told us it was a good thing we didn't go for those lights or try to walk there because none of those people were home. And when we got up to the Winter's house, they offered us some Rice Krispies, and it tasted absolutely wonderful. That's the best meal I think I've ever had in my life, is that bowl of Rice Krispies that morning. Christmas has never been the same since. If I continue that story of once we got over to Edina and walked into Christmas Eve, and all of the family is together, and the sights and sounds and smells of Christmas was not as important as the safety and the well-being of my own family. Someone told me my face was all blotchy. Nobody had been frozen, but we were all just shaking cold, or maybe excitement, I can't remember. It was surreal. And it didn't hit me until a year later what we had been through and what we had put our kids through. We left with the attitude, I think, that we've always driven this route. We're going to be okay. You just have to go with it. And that's not a smart idea, to think we're better than nature.